your Ishola.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So this is my wife. Isn't she beautiful? Yes. I wish this was yesterday because I was screaming Mayday, Mayday. You guys said men should speak out now, Abby? Yeah. So should I speak out? Yes. There's something she does that I don't like. And we have tried and we've spoken about it, but it's not changing. And it's all about and surrounds only one thing. And that is this thing. I know you say it's small. She buys watermelon, cuts this part because it is the sweetest, seedless, and the most enjoyable part of it. And then after she has eaten it, she then calls me and says, baby, there's watermelon. Come on, man. Am I Loma, for Christ's sake? Like, you've eaten the cool part and you are giving me work to do. So it was really annoying, and it was a problem that wouldn't go away. So I knew that this was a problem from the pit of hell. But you know what we do with problems? We find, say 1B. The problem was now something we had to look into to find the 1B. And because of my philosophy, we look for B's. And when I say B, it could be benefit, it could be bonus, it could be balance, it could even be a new form of belief system. It could be a brand idea. We believe that a problem cannot visit you without carrying a briefcase. I know it starts with a B, by the way. Yeah. So back to the problem. I said, why are you like this? I mean, I didn't ask you like this because if I ask like this, you won't see me complete this way. You know, we use Pythagoras theorem. What do you think about gravitational force and where the earth is positioned, you know, to ask this question. So I just said this here so you people will think I'm a man that is not scared of my wife. You know, yeah. So I asked her, why are you like this? And this was her response. Very funny. Most times I buy watermelon just because of the middle. And to be honest, I can't wait to get to that middle. We are still talking of watermelon, by the way. Yeah. And immediately I saw that this will not change. The first thing I said was, what if for every bite, every single bite, whether watermelon or from a package or from a sachet, guarantees this sweetest, seedless, enjoyable. It gives you that feeling where it is exactly what you tasted without buying the whole watermelon. And that gave birth to this, medulla fruits. A dried fruit product where the brand promise, and we are not playing. It's almost like you harvested hundreds of watermelon and it's only the middle that you put in there. And that is why it is called medulla. And by the way, if you check medulla on Google, it is the center of something. Medulla of your bone is the center of your bone, right? There's medulla mix, there's medulla watermelon, and medulla mango. How is it possible that a habit that I would have gone to meet my pastor or gone to meet one of my guys that I've married for years, how possible is it that that was going to give birth to a product? My name is Ayoshola, in case you forgot, and I am the visual advocate. And just like I said earlier on, my job here on this earth is to help 1 billion people see at least 1B in every problem. So let's get into the presentation. This is a job because I don't have to say it. We are blessed in this country. We are blessed with people, blessed with resources, blessed with, clapbacks online, blessed with people, weddings. We are blessed with a lot of things. But another blessing in disguise is our problems are still greater than our resources. We have problems, right? Insecurity, poverty, corruption, band-aid, brain drain. I heard dispersion. That's one of our problems, right? Of all the problems that we have, this problem, nobody talks about it. Sorry, not this one. I know what you're thinking. It's not this one. It's a big problem. Big is the problem. And I know you'll be like, yes, but there's being problem now. What's your problem? The problem there is that we are too obsessed with just that one. When I was talking about the B's, there were other things that you could look at apart from big. Do we agree? So to tell you how crazy this is, when I wrote making it small, I knew I was doing something that would make them for sure say, God forbid. The day I went to register this thing in Yaba, this is the form I submitted on the table of the lady. I'm not kidding you. What are the odds? See the one that was already on her table. Dream big, get big. What was on her table? And the opposite of this was right there. For me to notice that the Holy Spirit is around me is simple die. I understand the pattern. This shows that this was a battle. So big is the problem. We are too obsessed with this thing. Big break and big opportunities, big success, big three, any small thing. Big things, big house, big odds, big boy, big God. And by the way, I heard that BBL is big losses. Sorry, I was just don't worry. The problem here is that we are so focused on it. The bad news is big is oversubscribed, big is overrated. And I'm saying it with my full chest. So instead of slowing down to check if we belong to that bandwagon, what are we doing? Because road clear everywhere. No police.
Why are you running?
Why are we running? We are running because most of us are chasing after the big chunks. And if everybody is going after the big chunk, who is going for the crumbs? If everybody wants to be elephant, eagle, lion, gorilla, who is going for the lizard, cockroach, and ant? You said God forbid. I heard God forbid from there. And the reason why that is consistent with any community, with a group of people, is one way or another, we've been programmed to see power in only big things. That is the reason why if they ask all of you here to pick the animal that represents you, before you come on now. Like, I never even finished the talk. They don't carry lion. So if you're looking for a business name, lion, sorry, don't go. Here's what nobody is telling you. We have other animals. We have other insects. We have birds that, sincerely speaking, they, for 1 second, have not preoccupied their mind with being like the lion. Now, when we small, we they see battle, when now only lion, they win. And they see plenty now, where lion, they run. I have seen a video where ants attacked lion and the lion was rolling on the ground. And that is the lion that you people took before I even completed what I was saying. Ant does not for 1 second envy a lion because it knows that when it harnesses its own power, it knows that when it harnesses its own positioning, it will fight. It might not win, but at least it will live to fight another day. What I just explained is what I call ANT-VANTAGE. Using the power you have, what is within your control, image, your positioning. If you can use that to fight, you are using your ANT-VANTAGE. But if quickly you talk, say, no, if this guy is big, let me go and rent somebody that is bigger and let the person fight. They'll beat you like portable, like easy. So I'll give you 3 quick examples, and I want us to participate in it. And in all these examples, it's going to be scenarios where we have small versus big. In all these battles, you will see how small became greater than big. The first one is about how 10 fought hundreds. In a world where the giant, Jik, was almost 200 naira, Hypo came with a laughable 10 naira sachet. This row, say... Everybody say... Only the small can afford that luxury. And when you are underestimated, what does this mean? You are invincible. That is why Jik, the giant, never saw Hypo until they got on the ground. We will show how Chip fought against Polish. At the Super Bowl, people are already working on next year's Super Bowl from today because every T must be crossed and every I must be eyed. Right?
Yeah.
everyone came prepared. But my guy, he showed up looking almost careless, almost like he didn't plan. Imagine playing and paying $8 million to air this thing. You are using techno. Your video shoots better than this. Am I? It's like I'm not connecting. So this guy put up this video telling people that all the money he had, then it was 7 million. All the 7 million he had used it to pay for the spot. So there's no money to pay director. There's no money to pay Instagram video person. There's no money to pay Reels people. So he's doing the video on his phone. And he just wants to tell you people to go to his website and buy his shoes. And
That's it.
cheap. Everybody. Only the small can afford this kind of freedom. Underestimated freedom from the script. And when you are freed from the script, you are beyond judgment. Because people can't judge what they can't see. They can't judge what they don't know. They can't judge what they can't define. And by the time they noticed, attention had already shifted. The next one is how crumbs won against big chunks. In a world where your customers determine your status, everybody is going for the big clients. Everybody is going for those clients that once I put them on my Instagram, I can tell the world yesterday's price is not today's price. Your optics, your value, your size, all pay went to the streets. Kiosk by kiosk. Okada to what? Keke.
Laughable. Too small to matter. No margin. Underestimated.
Only the small can afford this kind of entry. Underestimated equals invisibility. Invisibility here means access. And access made sure they did not grow loud. No, they didn't grow loud. But guess what? They grew wide. And by the time the big players noticed, the ground shifted. With ANT-VANTAGE, weirdly enough, I can't say fortunately and I can't say unfortunately. I can just say it's weird. 10 can literally defeat 100. There's a possibility that cheap can defeat polish. And there's also a possibility that when you go for crumbs, you can defeat big chunks. Now, can you see why Jesus was blown away when the Syrophoenician woman told him, me, loaf of bread? I don't even want slice. I want the crumbs. What I'm saying is, whether you like it or not, there is a world, a life, where the whole maths you know, we know maths. And one way or another, stupidity can equate to wisdom. Because really, when it happens, you will not be able to explain it. Most of those tips are in making it small. Don't fight what is bigger than you, size to size. Use your advantage. Your problem, your struggles, those are the things that have been put together only if you can be present enough to find them. My name is Ayoshola, and I hope you see small clearly now.
A round of applause, Dustin 2026.